Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, time for One Piece, episode 573. This was the end, yes, the end of the Fishman Island arc. We're out of it now. Which, people say this was Oda's bad arc. This was the arc that wasn't as good as the rest of One Piece. And as far as Hody Jones is concerned, yes, but as far as the arc in general, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was decent at least. And I did kind of good on a part. See, I think someone told me, I don't know who it was. Someone said in the review, I think it was for Neverworld or somebody else, saying that, oh, Zoro didn't do the pinky swear. But it wasn't really meaning. To me, I look at it that way. It was really, he just was, sitting back, being, Zoro-ish. And pretty much what happened in this episode was they leave. That's pretty much what happened. They're all getting ready to leave the island. And obviously Shiro, she's like, she's crying because she doesn't want him to leave and everything. And the notable things that happened in this episode, for me, were probably the Minister of the Right Hand, of Neptune. He gave Nami a quote-unquote gift. Gave her the log, a new log pose. This one, unlike Nami's old one, has like 3 of them. Has 3 instead of 1. And basically he was saying to her was that with this one, in the explanation, was that with this one, the ones that wiggle the most is usually the ones that pose the most danger. During this entire time, Neptune is talking to the Minister of the Left Hand and talking about, should we tell them about the box and that ma'am is going, that box is filled with explosives and ma'am has that box now. And of course, he looking at Chopper and Usopp, it's like, oh, they're crying their eyes out, saying, well, we got one of the 4 emperors after us. And they're like, Neptune's like, better not. and then he's like, briefly talking about it, saying that it's 10 years old. The dynamite, the bomb they used was at least 10 years old, so it might not even do anything. So then, during this sequence of events, we also get an interesting thing with Zoro and Sanji at it again. That is the one thing I'm going to say for One Piece that I adore. That the squabble between Sanji and Zoro, and I'm just thinking, I can picture King of Lightning and Zoro fanboy. Right there. I said it. I know I shouldn't have said it, because now those two are going to go like, why'd you say that, ball guy? Because it's comical. It's really, that's what makes One Piece so amazing. You have the comical with the serious. And there's this scene with Nami. Wait, Luffy's head is spinning around Nami. That was so fucking funny. And she's spinning around. And I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Oh, that we need to go there. Boy, that's wiggling that much. She's like, no! She's screaming at Luffy. It's like, oh, I'm the captain. I decide where to go. No, I'm the navigator. And everything. I mean, we're all wobbling, smiling. And it was an interesting end. We got the 3 princes. They're there, Fukaboshi and the other 2. Saying their goodbyes to Luffy. And saying thank you for all that you've done and everything. And you're welcome to come back anytime. to the island. Um, and like I said, Shirahoshi was crying, and then Sanji swung over there. And the whole thing with Zoro and Sanji is, he says, Zoro tells him, "Oh, why don't you stay here? We'll leave, and you stay here with the mermaids." And we had that scene and everything else, and that's when Then we also have Jinbei showing up, and he shows up, and Luffy's looking at Jinbei. It's like this nostalgic moment when he's about to leave, and then he looks at him, and he looks at Frankie. He says, "That's it," And we have that scene. And so this episode was really just a conclusion, and we also had, Brooke wasn't getting any love from people. Everyone was getting, Sanji and Nami and everything. And then all of a sudden, the little girl mermaids are calling Brooke's name. "We like boats," and he's like, "Yo ho ho ho," and he's getting praised too. And Shirahoshi's still crying. And then when they're about to leave. She goes in the water and she is crying her eyes out, and they have this pinky swear. And the thing people were saying was the pinky swear was that everyone did the pinky swear. Everybody. Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Robin, Brooke, except for Zoro. Well, except for really Frankie. Frankie didn't do it. Frankie was like this. And Zoro was just standing there smiling. He wasn't looking away. I don't see it that way. He was just being Zoro. He was just standing there and smiling. Gotta do something. And they promised her that they would come back, and she promised that she wouldn't be a crybaby anymore. So she washes her face, and they leave. And then we get a montage. Luffy sitting ahead of the ship, looking at his hat, and we get a montage, which I thought was done very fucking well. A montage of Shanks. He says, now I'm going to be able to go where Shanks is. Montage with Shanks, with Ace, with Kobe, and with Rayleigh. So it was like, and I'm just thinking about it, gives me goosebumps because it was such an epic moment there. And he says, now he's going to go on to the New World and meet up with Shanks and the seas that Shanks swimming goes through. So, and that's pretty much what happened in this episode. So this was a good one. I like how they did it. The whole thing with Nami getting a new log. And the whole thing with Zoro and Sanji, it was done very well, very well. Nice end to it. Done very well. And obviously, we're probably going to see more later on in the manga. We're going to see a reintroduction. They're going to resurface again. I think Shirahoshi definitely, and Jinbei. I really believe Jinbei at one point or another he will join the crew, but not right now. But this was a good episode. 4 out of 5. It was a good ending to this arc. Now we move forward. Wherever that is, New World, pretty awesome. It's going to get pretty interesting down the road. So yeah, this was a good episode. A good conclusion to this arc that I liked to some extent, liked the fights to some extent. So now we go on to, I guess, they're going to eventually go up to that island. Can't wait to see that animated. The Ice and Fire Island. That's going to be special. I can't wait to see how they animate also the dragon and the fire on the island and everything. How is that going to be done? How are they going to go about doing that? It's going to be something else, I tell you right now. So, yeah. That's what I got for you guys. So 4 out of 5, good conclusion to this arc. More like heading forward. It was like, the ending was like, now they're head forward into the new world, which was pretty good. I like it. I'm starting to like One Piece a little bit more at a time. I'm becoming to steadily like more and more and more and more and more One Piece as I go forward um, with this series. Especially now that I'm reviewing the manga and everything. So yeah. And some people say, why don't you change your name from Bankai 922 to Hockey? No, I'm not going to do that. But right now, One Piece is still up there for me. I really like One Piece. It's a great show. And going forward, it's going to get even better and better and better. Especially with the anime. And especially with the animation of the anime. Oh, fantastic. And that's all I really got for you guys. So yeah, this has been Bankai 922. Good episode of One Piece. Good conclusion. Done well. This coming from a couple of days ago when they came out with the Nami one episode. So yeah, this was good. This was good. And we'll see what happens next week. Next week should be interesting. Going forward to the New World. New World. Can't wait to see it. This has been Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Zoro and Sanji will always make me laugh. Their fights. Their squabbles. See ya.